Okay. Welcome to Bruce Hurwitz Presents Meet the Experts. I'm your host, Bruce Hurwitz of Hurwitz Strategic Staffing. You can find us on the web at hsstaffing.com. I hope you consider us for all your staffing, career counseling, and professional writing needs. I am delighted that I am joined today by Mike Vannelli, and we're going to be discussing video marketing. Meet the Experts is sponsored by P&K CPAs. P&K is a full-service accounting firm. They provide accounting and consulting services to businesses ranging from startups to small and mid-cap companies to nonprofits, as well as high net worth individuals. Contact them today for a free consultation at info@pk-cpas.com or call them at 973-882-8810. They will be happy to be of service. Mike, welcome to the show.
Happy to be here.
Well, it's my pleasure. Please take a moment or two and introduce yourself to our viewers.
Sure. I'm Mike Vannelli, and I'm the creative director at NV Creative. NV Creative is a video production agency, and basically we specialize in creating video content for businesses, products, and brands.
I have a question about the name of the company.
Sure.
Does that imply, NV Creative, does it imply that your goal is to make your clients' competitors envious of your clients?
That was the logic behind it. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We wanted people to mainly see the videos that we were producing for our clients, and if they were a competitor or if they didn't have a video, we wanted them to be envious of their video marketing that we made for them and want to get their own.
So the rule is, when you tell a joke and you get a good laugh, you sit down, shut up, and don't try to do it again. So since I got the first thing right, maybe we should just end it right here.
And see you later. Bye.
See you later. It's been a pleasure. Nice of you to show up. What's the difference between what we're doing right now, which is going to go on various social media platforms? Sometimes I put them on my, they're all connected to my LinkedIn profile. They're one I will put on my website. What's the difference between that and what you do?
Sure. So what we're doing right now, this is going to be audio as well as video. So basically, this is kind of the end goal that say if you needed video marketing, this is what the long form content would be. So if you are, say, wanting to drive people to watch your podcast, then you would create short form content, which is what we create for the most part. And the short form content is meant to drive traffic, drive conversions to whatever the end product, whatever the end goal is. So while you're making the long form content, which you want people to watch or to listen to, the short form content that we would create is telling people where you want them to go and I guess how you want them to convert.
Now, I have 85,000 social media followers.
Okay.
Let me clarify. When I say followers, I mean accounts. So there are 32,000 followers on LinkedIn. There's 5,000 friends and a couple hundred followers on Facebook. My WordPress blog has 44,000 subscribers. The rest is insignificant. Now, every guest tells me that they've got thousands of followers on social media, and they are confident that there'll be hundreds of people watching. I've had only one gentleman ask me to take down a video. because he told me he had 250,000 followers. I believe him. And only 3 people watched it. And the number of views is shown. So there is absolutely no correlation whatsoever between followers and viewers.
Right.
On the other hand, on LinkedIn, every week I write an article for my LinkedIn newsletter, and I get anywhere between 1,300 and 3,000 readers. Why one gets more than another, I don't know. So how do you drive eyeballs, as they used to say in the olden days, to your videos or to your clients?
So sure. So they still use the term eyeballs because you need those to watch the videos. So basically, what we do is we kind of stop at the point where we send them the video file for them to use on social media. We can or TV or whatever, wherever they're going to be posting it. We can guide them and kind of give them best practices on maybe when to post, where to post, things like that, depending on the type of content they're getting from us. But basically, we have what we call our creative brief. And basically, that's a form that the client fills out. And that just gives us all the information that we need to know about their brand or product or business, the target audience, that these are the people that they want to buy their product or download their app or sign up for their website, things like that, as well as the main features of it. So there are a lot of other questions that go into more the creative side, but we take all that information and we try to do a targeted video towards whatever their target audience is. So when they take our video that we made for them and they post it on social media or use it for their advertising, it's really targeting who they want to be their buyers. So for instance, if it's a staffing agency, we would do a video geared towards I guess either I guess on the one side it would be people looking for jobs, and on the other side it would be people looking to hire people. And we would specify those kind of in the videos so that when they're using them for ads, those are the people they're attracting to, because we know that when it comes to them advertising, they're not going to be putting some other demographic in their targeting. So we want to match the video with whatever the target demographic is so that it converts the best for them. So yeah, a lot of the videos that we produce, they're mainly used for advertising. They are used for social media and normal posting. But it really comes down to how good we can, get the people who are supposed to see the video to see the video.
Now, I'm known for my wicked sense of humor. And I wrote one article that was fairly popular. And it was something like, there's only one thing more idiotic than hiring women, and that's hiring men. If you want to have a good team, hire dogs, elephants, and horses. And I explained the logic. Dogs are loyal, horses are smart, elephants are very family oriented. They will actually cry when one of their kin dies.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, how do you utilize or reject humor?
So basically, our kind of philosophy is, when we're writing the scripts and making the videos, that not all videos have to be funny. If the brand or the video or the product calls for it, then great. But we really, we've made thousands of videos for for hundreds of clients, but we're not the expert in whatever the client's product is. They are. So when they're filling out our creative brief and when we're chatting with them, we ask them what tone of the video that they want. So if they want funny, then we have a few different options for funny. We have like quirky, we have maybe parody, things like that. And then we have serious or professional, but with some humor. So maybe just a little bit of light humor added in. But we really leave it up to the client because again, they know their product best, so we don't ever want to think that we want to produce something that's funny when there's really nothing funny about it, and we don't want to hurt their feelings or hurt anybody's feelings, and then vice versa. If we do something serious and they said no, we're not a serious company, we're lighthearted, we're funny, do it that way. So we can produce content both ways, but we really leave it up to the client in that aspect.
What about dumb luck? I'm thinking of what they call Dollar Shave Club, something that neither one of us probably used. And there was another company, and I can't remember the name. They came out with a blender, and they did YouTube videos of their blenders destroying anything and everything, and millions of views. Do you ever just say, you know what, this is crazy, let's just try it? If it works, great. If not, we take it down.
I mean, we kind of have one side to our business that we produce YouTube videos just for some product or some film equipment reviews, things like that. Basically, our whole gimmick with that is that we use it on actual film shoots instead of what some other YouTubers do, where they just test out film equipment in their backyard, sort of thing. And there are times where we just try things out and they just don't work. So one of our recent YouTube videos that we didn't post on YouTube for a few months, and one of our recent videos was specifically just saying that we tried a couple things and neither one of them worked out very well, and it was just kind of our showing that sometimes doing videos don't work out. In regards to client videos, it really, thankfully for us, because then there would be lots of refunds going around. Thankfully, it never gets to that point where we show them the end product and they said this isn't what we want.
But what did you say to them? If you want to do something that's really off the wall, do it off the wall. It doesn't have to be professional. Just use your smartphone camera, and if it works, then we'll do more and make them more professional.
We just tell them that we're not the right people for them.
All right.
We have we're a professional video production company, so even we can say we can make it look non-professional, but for instance, in the past couple of years we've been doing a lot of advertising for TikTok, so we've been producing a lot of TikTok videos. And so even if they want like a user-generated content, UGC, where normally it looks like somebody's holding up their phone and just talking straight into it, if you look kind of behind the scenes, we have one of our professional cameras, one of us is holding it. We have kind of a rig where the actor isn't holding the camera, they're holding onto like a little miniature tripod mount that when we deliver it does look like they're just holding up a phone. But if you look behind the scenes, we have our pro camera, we have professional mic, we have lighting, everything else. So we're in control, and we can make it look user generated, but it looks still really well made user generated. So, but we get people that say we don't want a script, and we say, well, we need to have a script, because otherwise if we make it and deliver it and you say that's not what we wanted, we want to nip it in the bud before we get to even filming if it's not something you wanted.
Yeah, and as I learned once years ago, just because you've done something 1,000 times, when it's for real and a TV camera and you're shooting a commercial for the TV station, you don't want to do extemporaneous because you will blow it.
Yep.
The director won't be happy with you, but that's another story. You had said, oh, now if somebody is watching this, and I assume there will be, and they want to work for you, all right, they will immediately know what your culture is by the way you're dressed. Not a
Yes.
criticism. You're not wearing a shirt, you're not wearing a tie. On the other hand, you're not covered with tattoos and you are wearing a shirt and you don't have blue hair, which I had a guest on. That's how he was not dressed, but it was a great interview. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm bad-mouthing anybody. Different culture. What role does culture play in the videos that you produce for your clients?
So with pretty much with our culture as a company, I guess, we're pretty casual. We are in the creative space, so we allow our employees to kind of express themselves. I can still put on my I guess my fancy attire is a polo shirt with our logo on it.
Yeah.
But in regards to actually filming client commercials, we do have basically we have a roster of actors that we've kind of curated over the years that we know will do a really good job no matter what video we put them in, and they're employees of ours, so they're not just we don't just hire them one at a time. So but they go through kind of a testing process where we have them do different videos for us to see if they're good on camera, to see if the clients like them, things like that. So one of the reasons why we're able to kind of make our videos a little bit more affordable is we have our roster of actors that are on call, and we don't have to do custom casting for actors every single video. Now, obviously, we can do custom actors for every video, but we don't have to. And a lot of the actors that we do have, they don't have tattoos, they're kind of clean cut, things like that, so that if we need to put on a wig, we don't have to put up lots of hair. If we have to put on some a beard, we don't have to try to color match it with their current beard, things like that. And thankfully for actors who do commercials like ours, that's pretty status quo for how they need to look, because they kind of have to have a base neutral look to be able to kind of have the production shape them into whatever they need them for.
You said testing, and I'm sure you know this, but it's my favorite story. When Fred Astaire did his movie test, whatever it's called, the evaluation was can't act, can sing, can dance a bit. So I always take testing with a grain of salt. Also, the focus group didn't like Seinfeld. They said it wasn't a good team. But anyways, you had said something about knowing when to post, what day, what time is best to post a video. And with my articles, I was posting them Sunday mornings. And then something happened and I had to post on a Friday morning. And there was no difference. And then all of a sudden it dawned on me that there are 24 time zones on this planet. Mm-hmm. And doing this podcast, I have guests almost literally from around the world. The only continents, well, two continents, Costa Rica, Central America, not South America. So I haven't gotten to South America, I haven't gotten to Australia, but I've most of the world. And it's always, and in the United States, of course, it's, well, we're Pacific time. Is this the correct hour? And my response is, yeah, it's 2:30 Eastern time. And when I become king of the world, there's only going to be one time zone. And they laugh. And nothing bad ever happens. But how do you know when to post?
So basically, we do have kind of just baseline information on kind of what the product is that the client has, but we can also ask them if they've done any previous advertising, if they have any statistics from seeing when the most activity is. So if they don't have any of that, basically we just tell them that if it's a product that maybe they're selling on Instagram or TikTok and it's under $50, that usually maybe around 9 or 10 o'clock at night is the best time to be posting that, because people are winding down for the night. The kids are usually asleep, and then the parents are usually just on their phone. So really nothing is really happening on like a weeknight at 9 or 10 o'clock. So people are most likely just at home scrolling on their phone. So that would be the best time for something like that, because it would be more of an impulse buy. For things that you want people maybe B2B, they want to kind of catch them when they're in the office, and maybe either before or after they're doing emails for the morning, then they might want to post it at like 8 a.m. or they might want to post it closer to noon. So basically before or after. So there is some data on best times depending on the product, and it's just kind of a general time. Obviously, some things require kind of more data that we don't have that, but we just kind of give them the general posting times based on what they have.
One of the things that you said that surprised me was, do you do TV ads? I thought TV was passé, and now everything is the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So what, excluding the Super Bowl ad, who should advertise on television?
So pretty much advertising on TV, we've pretty much just done a handful of TV ads. As in, when I say TV, I mean broadcast television, as opposed to, say, the streaming services. So when we produce commercials, a lot of them use them on like Hulu. So the ad breaks on Hulu, and now Netflix is doing ad breaks, things like that. So a lot of our commercials are shown there. But for broadcast TV, really, it's really if you really want to target a local market and a certain demographic. So for instance, we did one for a steam cleaning company, and I think they were located in maybe Texas or something. But so they pretty much wanted to target local people that was in their radius, and they wanted to target probably homeowners that had couches and carpets and things like that needed cleaned. So and these homeowners, they know their demographic better than me, but I'm guessing they were probably between 30 and 50, and they, maybe watched the news or something like that, and they wanted to do that. So for things like that, where it's very targeted and localized, those are usually the best times, or the best ways to put commercials on actual broadcast TV.
Mike, I want to thank you. I just realized that we're coming up to half an hour.
Oh, sure.
I want to share your contact information. And I have a file, put us back up so people can see us. I want to ask you a final question.
Sure.
Is there anything that I did not ask you, which you wish I had asked you? And if I had asked you, what would you have said?
maybe if people are looking for a video, how much does a video cost? And pretty much answer to that is, you know, I know people kind of hate this answer, but it does depend on what they need.
That's
But
the
as a
lawyer answer.
yeah, but as a base pricing, let's say they just need one 15-second TikTok video. So we do try to keep it all inclusive. So that means we cover the actors, the location, script, filming, delivery, everything from start to finish. They can be as involved as they want. So usually that starts around $300 for a 15-second TikTok ad. And again, these are professionally made. And even if you want them to look user generated, they'll still look better user generated than somebody with their phone. But then we can go all the way up to whatever ad spend they have. We're in Los Angeles, so pretty much the sky's the limit for filming assets.
They do filming in Los Angeles?
Yep.
I gotta say, I was gonna make a bad joke about I would make a bad video for a few $100s, but I can't get over the fact that you don't charge $300 for 15 seconds, which I happen to know is a long time.
Yep.
Well, Mike, I thank you. You've provided some great information. I appreciate it, and I'm sure our viewers appreciate it as well.
Thanks so much for having me.
My pleasure. I'm Bruce Hurwitz. Thank you for watching. And as always, please stay focused on success.